Greetings, botanists. We have planted peas. We have planted cress. Today, we are going to plant zinnias. Zinnias are very, very pretty. You know, and I was going to show this, well, the seed packet looks like this from our botany kit, but here is a real picture of zinnias. They're really small. These in particular are dwarf zinnias, which means they're going to be a little smaller than normal sized zinnia plants. So we are going to follow the directions on here. I have my botany assistant here, and I've got our tray. Here are the pea sprouts. Here are the cress seeds on a paper towel, and there are some here in the soil. So let's gather our materials. So Lynn, we need 3 of these little pots.
3.
We need soil. We need a little cup, and we need the seed packet.
2.
Okay. We also need a dropper, but you know what? I saw the dropper for this kit out there on the patio on the floor, because this one we were using for the butterflies, and I grabbed it and used it for soil. And now there's soil in it. Are you stuck? Sherbert will let you. Oh, she's putting on her shoes. So while Lynn goes to get that, it also said it looks like we need a little stick, but I think I'm going to use the end of a spoon. I bet you the stick is to, it's to hold up. I see what it's for. But I don't think we have any sticks, so I'm just going to tape it. We shall be fine. So we are starting, so we actually don't need this just yet. We just need these. So I'm going to tilt down. There are my directions. I've got all of my materials right here, and I have my water just off to the side here. So step 1 is to put some soil, and it looks like it needs to be a little moist. This one is dry because we did it with another experiment, so I'm just gonna dribble some water in there. I like watching it kind of swell and absorb. It's a really cool process. And I'm gonna mix it. Oh, looks like Lynn found our dropper, so perfect. And we're getting a little more moist. Thank you, my little assistant.
If you need anything, I'll be on.
Nope, you'll be right here because assistants stick close.
He'll be like this, but also.
Okay, well, come here and you're going to help me.
Also, this is actually good.
All right, so our soil is nice and moist. Okay, so I'm going to try and not spill. So I'm going to scoop some into a spoon into the pot. And it's better when we're doing these experiments for the soil to be a little moist, because there are holes in the bottom for the water drainage. So if we have dry soil, it's going to completely fall through. So there, let's see how full. Does it show how full? Looks like about up to that line. There's a line just inside the pot. Okay, so Lynn, will you please put just a little bit of water from the dropper on there?
Oh, so that's actually a lot.
No, that's okay. That's just fine. We're just gonna moisten the top just like that.
Ooh, I love this dropper.
Okay, and then we're gonna put some more in here. Okay. Are you gonna help me, assistant?
I'm watching you.
Okay, will you please fill that dropper and let's put some water on here. All around, perfect. That kind of made it shrink down a little bit, so we're gonna put a little bit more. Okay, all right, and it says to do this with 3. So I think this will be the last little bit that we need. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let me see if I can get the last. Oop, kind of got some on the table. Whoopsies. That's okay. Like getting the last little bit of yogurt or something or ice cream from the bottom of a container. All right, does that look like we have about the same in each one?
And then I saw that you put.
And then what's our next set of directions? To poke a hole? Oh, remember, wait. Remember, we need to get it in the middle. I don't know if that's gonna be enough soil. Hang on. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Assistant.
Yes.
Assistant.
Yes.
Will you please get one more of our little dirt pods?
My shoe.
I'll get it since you got distracted.
Bad thing.
Okay. So we're gonna make one more.
Oh, I already.
Oops. Okay,
If we work together, we might be able to do it.
Well, I was hoping we could work together, but you're getting distracted by all the things around you, and then that's not being a very good assistant.
Sorry.
Oh, look at, I love watching this. It's the coolest thing. And it's getting tall. It started out right down there, and this is getting taller and taller and taller until it's soaking up all the water. I'm gonna put a little bit more. It's still growing. It's still. All right, let's poke. Kind of fluff it. Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of like scooping. In cooking, it's called folding. I do have to try and poke a little bit. There we go. Look at that nice, fluffy, fresh soil. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Yep. And this is the soil that's made with wood fibers.
But without the fibers.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just put a little teeny tiny bit, and then now we have to have it filled up to the line right here. You can see the fibers of wood, especially in that one. And we learned that the soil made like these are actually better for the environment.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So now it does say to gently poke a hole. Excuse me. I hope I'm not getting the hiccups. Right in the middle. Not too deep. Okay. That was way too deep.
Sorry.
Way too deep. Take a look at her finger and you can see how deep it was. Okay. She went that deep. You only need to go no farther than this first knuckle. So hang on. Let's clean off your fingers so you don't get confused. And these are all really, really important lessons just to that first knuckle joint right there. Yep. Perfect. Waste the dirt, the soil, just that first knuckle. Good. Wonderful, assistant. Let me think. Really important. My favorite thing is these experiments. There's only one thing that's more exciting than doing these experiments, and that's doing them with you. Okay, one more. Just to, oh, remember it has to be in the middle. So always look first, right in the middle. Yep, perfect. Okay, what's really neat about using a finger to poke holes is it not just pushes the soil down, but it kind of pushes it to the side to make a little wall. And that's what you want because, and I'll show you in just a second. So now step 3 is open up the seeds. Okay. Oh, these are so pretty. And what's really neat about these is we have no idea. These are very unique seeds. We have no idea what color they're going to be. What colors do you see? I see some bright pink. What other colors do you see on these? This corner has real life pictures. What other colors do you see? Red.
Orange, yellow.
And I see a little pink one down toward the bottom. Okay, so we have no idea what color ours is going to be. Okay, so now that we have our 3 pots, so step 1 was to put the soil in there. Step 2 was to poke a hole with the finger. Step 3 was open up the seeds, and here are what our seeds look like. Aren't those cool? They're almost like a triangle.
They're super duper cool.
And like a long, long triangle, except they're curved at the bottom. They're very flat. How cool is that? Okay, so step 3 was open up the seed packet. Step 4 is to put them in the hole. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to pinch. And we're going to drop them in the hole. Aim as best you can. You can probably get couple more in that one. Maybe even a couple more. And then we can put the rest of these. Let's do this one together. I'll take a pinch, you take a pinch. Right in there. Put one more in that one. And then, remember that wall I was talking about? Then you can just push very gently that dirt from the wall inward. Okay, just gonna push it inward. That way they're not completely buried. If they're too buried, and when the seed breaks open, which it will do, like we read about in our book Seeds, and the roots start to grow down and the stem starts to grow up, eventually, sadly, that stem is going to give up. I'm like, I want the sun, I want the sun, I can't get to the sun. And then it won't germinate and we won't ever get a sapling. Which is a
sapling.
What did we read about a sapling is? A baby plant, basically, yes. Okay, so now we need our whole greenhouse base. I'm going to scooch some of this out of the way. And then assistant, would you take those, please? Scooch the water over there. Assistant, would you move those, please? Okay, and then here's our base. And we're going to just scooch those out of the way so we can look at the directions for what comes next. Now, step 5, this looks like it's the biggest circle. So it looks like we need to put the little pots in this big circle. Oh, assistant, we're gonna put them right in there in a little, you can them in a row. We can put them in a triangle. Okay. And now this is the very, very important part. We're going to water them. Okay. Remember, we squeeze first, and then that fills up the water. We're just going to do a few drops. Always want to water them first. Now, while my assistant does that, this also gives the directions to get our labels. We have these labels in here, and it says to find, oh, there's a little orange one that says dwarf zinnia. And actually, there's one for cress, and there's one for dwarf zinnia, and there's one for pea. So I'm going to cut all three of those off and separate, trim and separate. Now this says that we need a stick. I don't have a stick, and it says to put the little stick. We don't even have toothpicks, do we? I don't think we even have toothpicks.
We have straws.
Oh, that's true, but I think those will be too big. So what I'm going to do, so we've watered them, and then it says to put the dome on top. Yes.
I'm your left.
You are. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do, since we don't have, you were right, yeah, a little stick or a skewer, is I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to put it on the side. Okay, and since I have these others, I'm going to put some tape right here, and I'm going to put it right there for our peas and cress. I'm going to put this right there to label our cress. Cress. Not cross, cress. C-R-E-S-S. Okay? All right, so almost my arms are short. So let's read some fun facts about our dwarf zinnias. These say to plant about 1/2 centimeter deep, not too close together, and cover with soil. It also says to plant them at the end of April, and that's exactly where we are. They will germinate or start to show the saplings in 8 to 14 days. Okay, the germination temperature is 65 to 72 degrees. We're about in there. They need very little water with fertilizer. It's kind of like a vitamin. And they grow in July all the way through September. Okay, they reflower well and can be cut for indoor arrangements. Perfect. You will be able to do more zinnia experiments soon. Take a look at experiments 12 and 14. So we will get to those, okay? All right. It's easy to observe germination and growth with a cress plant, since they need a lot less time to grow than peas. The seed contains all the nutrients that the young plants need for their early growth, so they can also grow on a damp paper towel. Oh, that was about our cress experiment. Okay, so, well, I'm very, very much looking forward to watching these grow. We have to be patient, okay? So we will definitely keep everybody updated. And what's really neat, I have to share this. What's really neat about this dome on here is it will help create the greenhouse effect. And there's another experiment that also illustrates that, because plants also need warmth. That's part of why they need sunlight. Okay, all right. Oh, it does say to tape it to a toothpick. I don't have toothpicks, so we just make do, all right? I hope you enjoyed. So we'll be watching our plants, and we will see you guys next time, my little botanists. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine. Our plants sure will. We'll see you later.
Bye.